You can always DM us. DM's always open at Ben and Kelly Show. Send us something. We will also turn it around and toss it out to our listeners. See, maybe we can help you out there.
So Travis said, hey, Ben and Kelly, this may seem like a weird question, but that's what you're here for, right? LOL.
That's right, Travis.
But how would you suggest I convince my girlfriend to give me her passwords to her Snapchat and email? We're both recent grads in our 20s and trying to navigate this whole adult thing, balancing relationships and building our careers.
All right.
We've been seeing each other for about a year. There's been this underlying trust issue, though, from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe as a sign of honesty, she should be able to give me access to her social media if I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't asked her yet, and I haven't figured out how. I can't really tell her, hey, don't trust you when you say you're not talking to other guys, so can I have your passwords without sounding like a psycho?
Okay.
So if I'm honest, I would probably do one deep dive and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're in an exclusive relationship and she's always laughed any of this off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm beginning to think I'm just the naive, nice guy who looks the other way while his girlfriend makes a fool of him behind his back.
Oh.
I don't want it to be true, but I want to be able to go to sleep at night knowing she's not playing me.
Mm.
So how do I phrase it so I don't come off as insecure and offend her?
Mm-hmm.
What if she doesn't give them to me? I feel like that's proof she's up to no good, right? How did you have the conversation with your spouse and how did it go? Do you have your partner's passwords? If not, obviously, it's not a red flag. So how did you get over the trust issue part? If I ask her and there's nothing sketch, does that make it worse? Sorry if I've got a lot of questions and I'm rambling, but thanks for any help you can give.
Wow, Travis.
First of all, to answer one of his questions, I've never had the conversation with my husband to have all of his passwords.
Okay, so that wasn't an actual out loud conversation like, hey,
No.
I'm going to need your passwords.
Yes, no.
Well, but has your husband ever given you a reason?
No.
Yeah, so, I mean,
No.
that's, I think, a little bit different because I guess it sounds like Travis's girlfriend gave him a reason.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's not necessarily clear either. He just says that there's been trust issues from the jump. I don't know what that means, though.
From the start.
Yeah. No. I know what that part means. I don't know why there are trust issues. He didn't explain like she did something that, she slipped up, she cheated or whatever. And so now I don't trust her.
No,
he didn't say anything like that.
Yeah, it sounds like that other guys or the murmur of other guys have always been around in their relationship from when he's like, hey, I don't trust you when you say you're not talking to other guys, so can I have your passwords? So you can't out and say that.
No, because then she'd be like, no.
Yeah, and you guys have what? What did he say? Been dating about a year? Is that what he said?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, you're dating, so I don't know if it's a rite of passage to have them when you're married. I know that.
Well, do you have your wives?
I mean, a lot of our stuff is already saved in browsers. So
yeah,
it's like if I wanted to, I could probably access her stuff, but I don't. Again, kind of like you, I don't need to. I don't feel the need to. So, but I've never had a conversation of, hey, I'm going to need your password. And, I got to be honest, like if someone was like, hey, what's the password to your wife's, such and such account? I don't know if I could give it to you.
Yeah.
But at the same,
I don't know it either.
Yeah. But,
and I know like for we've kind of had, there is a piece of paper where a lot of that is written down in case, something happens and we need to know how to get into accounts and all sorts of things, God forbid. Mm-hmm. So for that reason, but it's not for invading privacy.
So are we saying let's just chill a second?
Yeah,
Travis?
I feel like it's unreasonable request. I mean, he's just going to have to trust that she is conducting herself honorably in the relationship. And if she gives you more reasons to have trust issues, then you talk to her about that.
I don't think having passwords are equal to having trust in a relationship. I don't think they're on the same level. I don't think you need to have one to have the other. I think,
Yeah, Jacqueline says if you're having trouble trusting for whatever reasons, I believe it's your intuition on high alert trying to tell you this isn't for you. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, look, it sounds like he does have, Travis, you do have a lot of questions. And no, Kelly and I have never had the, hey, give me your passwords or else talk with our spouses.
Or else I'll just assume that you're sus.
Obviously, you're sus and something sketches up if you're not going to give me your passwords.
Yes. No, I feel like if that's a situation you're in, you need to get to the root of why there are trust issues and discuss that.
Yeah.
Because you should be able to be in a relationship with someone to where you're not worried about what they're doing on social media.
Well, and I mean, the passwords to online accounts, like, you guys aren't married. She doesn't know what you're going to do with that stuff. Like not to say that you're going to do anything sketch with, with that
if you
stuff,
guys
but
break
if
up.
you break up, right? And
Right.
she doesn't get to changing all of her passwords right away and you then hack into something. You know, I'm thinking obviously worst case scenario here, but it could happen.
Kelly points out trust and privacy are two different things. That's very true.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of saying earlier, where they're not kind of the same thing. So
yeah, and Amanda's like, been married 14 years, have no need for passwords. Grow up, LOL.
I mean, if you really want to, you could probably search on her browser what she's searching. I don't know if that makes it any better or not.
I don't yet know. Let's not do covert investigations. If we have trust issues, let's talk about the trust issues.
Yeah, well, I guess if you want to be boring about it.
If you want to be bored, listen. If you want to have a future with this person, you're gonna need to figure out why there are trust issues,
right?
And put that to bed once and for all.
Right. All right. Well, yeah. So basically, Travis, what we're saying is, you don't need to ask her for the passwords.
No.
You need to get to the bottom of why you have trust issues.
You need to have a conversation.
Yep. If you have a story about discovering something because you found their password or you got into their social media,
if you'd like to make a case for getting the passwords,
right? If you want to throw more doubt into Travis's poor little brain, give us a call. Let us share that story. 502-795-1997.
And Travis, he didn't mean you have a little brain. That's
sorry, that sounded a little condescending. I know I did. Recently found that my spouse has been having private conversations with someone of the opposite sex, and this has been going on for years. In my spouse's DM. My spouse stated in the conversation thread several times that they're just friends. However, the other person continually flirts, calls my spouse babe, says things like, "You will always be in my heart and soul," asks how our marriage is going, and even tells my spouse that they talk about my spouse with their friends. I asked him about this, and I get we're just friends. So trust your gut. Oh, gosh.
Okay. Well, okay, but have the conversation. Is that kind of the argument for getting the passwords and doing the snooping, or are we still on team let's talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah, Jacqueline says, I know couples that can ask the other to show them their recent messages or whatever on social media just at any moment they want to, and they'll willingly open it up and show it to them without changing anything first. But they don't share passwords. So, all right.
Okay.
So meaning like, hey, let me see your messages. That still sounds kind of like you're insecure about what's happening. And again,
yeah. And Jacqueline also said, if you're having trouble trusting for whatever reasons, I believe it's your intuition on high alert. So, just have access to her stuff is not going to make him trust him anymore.
Right.
It's going to make him obsessive with looking for reasons to walk away.
Jessica said, coming from a female who was married for 8 years and ended up trusting her intuition and caught him doing something he shouldn't have been doing, just go with your gut. So, Travis, a lot of people are just saying, yeah, not to come back around and say the same thing that we said, 5 minutes ago, but trust your gut on it. and have the
talk
conversation.
To her,
yeah. All right, man. But some interesting warnings from some listeners who've kind of been in your situation. So, good luck with that. All right. That is diving into the DMs there.